What's going on, everybody? Jay the Black here. I am back with another video. Shout out to everybody that is tuning in. I got to talk about this, man. This is another example of why women put themselves in a lot of bad situations, okay? Here you have Terrence Williams. Now, I'm not saying that Terrence Williams is not at fault in this in any way, because to a certain degree he is. But a lot of this falls back on this particular IG model. I know I love talking about IG models. If you don't like it, get used to it or get off my page, okay? Her name, let's see, is Nicole Zavala. And this chick has a boyfriend, but she still decided to meet this guy at a nightclub and go back to his hotel room. Now, this is according to TMZ. It says the Miami Beach Police Department is investigating Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Terrence Williams over a hotel room altercation with a popular Instagram model, TMZ Sports has learned. According to the police report, cops were called to the Fontainebleau Hotel on Saturday morning with an incident involving Williams and Nicole Zavala, whose racy IG page has more than 200,000 followers. She has a very weirdly shaped body, looks very weird. But anyway, Zavala told cops she met Williams, who's currently out with a foot injury, at a nightclub and went back to his room. While there, Zavala claims a verbal altercation took place and she was asked to leave. Zavala says she protested, but Williams called a friend over to physically escort her out. The friend allegedly grabbed her by the arm and put her in the hallway. TMZ Sports obtained a photo of Zavala's alleged injuries. Now, what we have established is that he did not physically do this, and you're going to hear more when I read more of the article. But this is what I want to know for you females. Why, when a man rejects you, curves you, asks you to leave his house, you refuse to do so? Just like with LaShawn McCoy and Delisha Corden, she refused to leave his house for a year. He had to call the police on her, but they still allowed her to stay there. But he physically was not going to do anything to make her leave that house. And then the house gets broken into and robbed. She gets pistol whipped. And then she leaves the house, but she's upset at him. She's suing him. But he told you to leave a year ago. There's no evidence he was involved in the robbery, but you were told to leave a year before that. And you stayed because you're stubborn, because you think you're entitled to be in somebody's presence. But they ask you to move on and you don't. And I guess because she is attractive, she believes that men are supposed to just be so simpish, and they're not going to curve her and reject her, ask her to leave, not want to sleep with her. Now, they don't say in this article that I have read so far that they slept together. Okay? But when a man asks you females to leave. Now, he had somebody come over there to physically put her out there, and this ain't a big chick. So obviously she was the reason why she got those bruises on her arm is because she was trying to stay in the room. She was trying to stay in the room. He asked you to leave. He met you at a club. He don't know you like that. You don't know him like that. Why are you refusing to leave? Just like with the female who was blocking the brother's entrance into the apartment building. Why do these women feel so entitled to be in a man's presence? To tell him and dictate to him what they gonna do and what they ain't gonna do. And they wonder why their relationships continue to fail, because they put themselves in situations like this. Williams later told police he kicked her out because Zavala had a boyfriend and he didn't want the drama. He's adamant he never threw a punch or abused her in any way. That honestly, that don't surprise me. Most of these IG models got some dude that they label him their boyfriend. They label a certain guy their boyfriend, but they don't respect him. They cheat on him all the time. Whenever there's an NBA player in town, an NFL player in town, they're going to go to that club and they're going to try to get his attention, just like this female did. This female has a boyfriend, but she still went to the club. She still went back to the room with him, and she refused to leave the room. Now her boyfriend is going to find out just how much of a thizzot she really is. She really wanted to sleep with this dude. She was hoping that maybe he would want to have unprotected sex and then he'd slip up and get her pregnant. These chicks are always looking for a come up. They're always looking for a way to get into these dudes' pockets. This female had a boyfriend and she still refused to leave the room because she wanted to sleep with him. She was thinking that maybe he'd get her pregnant. See, let me tell y'all something, man. Most of these IG models, they don't like to be alone. A lot of them are very insecure. So they'll have an offline boyfriend, but when they're online, they're single. They for everybody. They are for the community. They're not monogamous in no way, shape, or form. Once a pro athlete or entertainer comes into town, like if you live in Miami or Atlanta or Chicago, LA, New York, those chicks, if they know he's going to be out at one of these clubs, they're going to be at these clubs every weekend trying to get these dudes' attention. And that's exactly what this female tried to do. And it failed. And she got curved and kicked out the apartment, and it didn't work out for her. Cops say they have a cell phone video showing Zavala pouting on the bed and refusing to leave the room when asked. Why can't you just leave the room? He doesn't want you. It's over. Why are you refusing to leave? And people wonder why women put themselves in these particular situations. She wanted something out of it, and she didn't get anything. So I don't know. They're not saying whether he refused to pay her any money, because that would make it a whole lot worse. But then we have to bring prostitution into it. Zavala also acknowledges Williams never personally touched her, so that's a good thing. Still, cops are investigating the incident as a battery report. So far, no arrests have been made and no charges have been filed. Several calls to Williams have not been returned. Williams has made headlines for all the wrong reasons this year. As we previously reported, he was arrested for misdemeanor public intoxication after his Lamborghini crashed into a light pole. He later rode a bicycle back to the scene and fell on the way. So he's a sloppy drunk. That's what we can look at him as, being a sloppy drunk. But in this situation with her, he was very sober. The case was later dismissed after Williams agreed to pay for the damaged light pole and complete an alcohol education course. This female made herself look completely bad because I'm pretty sure she called the police. But then when you call the police and then you say, well, he never touched you, he didn't assault you in any way, and then they get cell phone video from him that shows you pouting on the bed and refusing to leave. This whole thing makes her look bad. No matter how attractive this woman is, no matter that she has 200,000 followers, she still looks bad in this situation. You look extra thirsty in this situation. You was thirsty for this dude, and he curved you. He rejected you. He told you to get out of his room, and you refused to do so because you're not used to that. You're not used to men curving you. I'm used to curving chicks. I mean, I've curved a few attractive females here and there. Some of you dudes may not know anything about that. Anyway, some chicks got to get curved, man. They got to get curved. You just can't deal with them because you notice that something mentally unstable is going on in their mind, and you don't want to get caught up in that web. Now, there's an update that I want to add to this particular topic. Terrence attorney Chip Lewis tells TMZ Sports the allegations are completely bogus. Terrence did absolutely nothing wrong. Having spoken with eyewitnesses, it was demonstrably obvious that this lady has made a false report regarding Terrence. Terrence did absolutely nothing wrong. And and according to her in this article, she said he did nothing wrong. He politely asked her to leave his room and she refused. One of the eyewitnesses escorted her out of the room. Terrence and the eyewitness cooperated with police and will continue to do so. So I think this female has some hurt feelings, and that's why she refused to leave the room. She felt low. She felt rejected. She's like, how can this black athlete reject me? I'm biracial, or I'm non-black. How can he reject me? The body looks kind of fake, but these guys get attractive women throwing themselves at them all the time. You're just one of a few. And he actually had his red pill goggles on to where he said, you know what, I can't take the risk of sleeping with this crazy chick. Now, I will say this about Terrence Williams. The reason why you're not on the field, bro, is because you have a broken foot and you can't play, I believe, for the rest of the season. Why are you at the nightclub? Why? Your team is in Dallas and you're in Miami partying. That's not rehab, man. I'm not saying you should just be sitting in your house, week in and week out for the rest of the season. But it's not a good look that I think you're already on suspension, or they just added a suspension to you for the incidents earlier this year, that you're out in Miami partying it up with the IG Thizzot who could have gotten you in a lot of trouble. And it's a good thing you had backup, because this thing could have went very wrong. So, y'all let me think in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts. What's going on, people? Really quickly, make sure that all of you go inside the description box and click the link to carmarshal.com, as well as in the comment section as well. You can go there, you can look up cars, whether it be new or used. Car Marshal's job is to make the situation as stressless for you as possible. So whatever you're looking for, any particular type of model car that you want or need at an affordable price, it's going to make you happy in the end, make sure you go to carmarshal.com and let them know Jay the Black sent you.